Hello everybody, welcome back to our CMA classes. I'm Soumya Santosh, a CMA finalist, and today we are going to start our new chapter of Corporate and Economic Law for CA student, CMA student, for the finalist students, okay? So today my topic is going to be foreign direct investment. This is this little part of FEMA, so let's understand the FDI from the very basic, okay? So let's not waste our time and let's get into this. Okay, give me a bit time, guys. Okay, here I'm going to give you the example. Okay, with the example we are going to get into this. Okay, so here in this example there are two party. Yes, every time there is going to be two party, right? है ना? More than two भी हो सकते हैं कभी कभी. So here if the where the foreign transaction is involved, okay, either it's in form of importing or in form of exporting, there FEMA is going to be applicable. Okay, so let's understand with the example. Here I have taken the example of Mr. Allu, who is the importer, India की बात, and Mr. Alexander, who is exporter, who is from USA, and Mr. Allu is from the India. Okay, so the goods are imported by Mr. Allu. इसका मतलब क्या हो रहा है? The foreign, the payment is to be done. Foreign currency जाएगा यहाँ से, right? So the payment is made to exporter in form of what? The foreign currency. ठीक है, डॉलर की बात करें, as the person is from USA. Okay, so either the importing is done or exporting is done of goods. अभी इतना समझ लो, ठीक है? So when there is an international angle, where the internationally this thing is happening, where one party is from India, as we are talking about India only, okay? So when one party is from India, the another party is from the foreign country, कहीं से भी ले लीजिए, ठीक है? So there would be some international angle. There is going to be one international action, ठीक है, angle, ठीक है, इसको international transaction कह सकते हैं क्या? हाँ, because the transaction is done between whom? One the non-resident, another the resident, right? So where this transaction is involved between these two parties, the FEMA is going to be applicable there, ठीक है, Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999 के हिसाब से. इतनी बात समझ में आ गई? So my question to you is going to be, if the transaction is done in India, ठीक है, interstate transaction ले लीजिए, intrastate transaction ले लीजिए, so there FEMA is going to be applicable or not? Nakko re baba, as I told you, in that transaction international angle होने का है रे बाबा, ठीक है? So first thing, if the transaction is in India between the two parties who are in India, then FEMA is not going to be applicable. इतनी बात समझ में आ गई? हाँ जी. So what about the foreign country? सेम वही इंटरनेशनल ट्रांजैक्शन वाली बात हो गई ना. नॉन रेजिडेंट हो, हमको क्या लेना देना भाई, इंडिया का क्या पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू है यहाँ पर, ठीक है? सो FEMA नहीं लगेगा. सिंपल, द ट्रांजैक्शन शुड बी डन अमंग नॉन रेजिडेंट एंड रेजिडेंट. ओके, फॉरेन एक्सचेंज आ रहा है या जा रहा हो, ठीक है, फॉरेन करेंसी आ रहा है जा रहा हो, ठीक है, बोथ द केसेस FEMA इज गोइंग टू बी एप्लीकेबल. इतनी बात समझ में आ गई ना? हाँ जी. ओके, सो दिस वॉज अबाउट दी व्हाट? FEMA. ओके, सो इन FEMA there is a little bit part which is going to be the FDI policy. Okay, and this is made by the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. The department's name is DPIIT, and with this there is going to be a role of RBI also. ठीक है, so the FDI policy is made by whom? The Ministry of Commerce and Industry and the RBI. Okay, and RBI is a regulatory body in FEMA. Okay, so what is this FDI now? The FDI means where the foreign investor is investing in the equity share of the company. For what purpose? For the long term purpose. Okay, that would be known as FDI. Now my question is, what is this foreign investor? Are we going to include the individual? Are we going to talk about the company here or any enterprise? What is this investor they are saying about? Investor going to include the individual, the company, corporate and the enterprise also. ठीक है, तो investor को इन्होंने सब कुछ add कर दिया इसमें. Okay, so when the foreign investor again is investing in the Indian company of what? The equity share of the company for the long term purpose, baba. That is going to be FDI. बात समझ में आ गई ना? So what about the short term purpose? Question आने का है ना? बताऊंगी रुक जाओ. Now the question to you is how much the foreign investor, either in form of individual or the corporates, the company or the enterprise can invest. There is some specified percentage criteria, ठीक है? So that we are going to read out, ठीक है? And second, in which sector they can invest. Okay, so again for the different sector, as we all know, the insurance sector, the industries, and ठीक है? So there is going to be some percentage specified, and that would be known as the sectoral cap. Okay, so we will read it also, ठीक है? So next, how the Indian company, we all know बहुत अच्छे से, how the Indian company can raise the fund either in form of debt or in form of equity. ठीक है? debt में क्या है? debt and debentures and loan are going to be included in case of debt. ठीक है? and in equity we all know equity shares and preference both are going to be included. Okay, so now the debt, we all know this part. This is also known as the borrowed fund, and in case of equity it is also known as owners fund. ठीक है? when it is raised, the Indian company raise fund through debt, the company have to pay the interest. अपने को मालूम है? हाँ जी. and when the Indian company raise fund through the equity, then the company have to pay the dividend. इतनी बात समझ में आई है ना? हाँ, ये तो अपने को पता है, तो नया क्या है भैया? अब पता चलेगा. Okay, as I told you, when the foreign investor is investing in the Indian company of equity shares of the Indian company for the long term purpose, भैया, ठीक है? then it's going to be what? the FDI. ठीक है? so now when the foreign investor is investing in the Indian company, ठीक है, in depth, ठीक है, in what? in depth, ठीक है, then it is going to be external commercial borrowing. ठीक है? that is also part of FEMA. we know हमारा एक chapter भी है. okay, so this is what the external commercial borrowing means. थोड़ा सा बेसिक बताया, बहुत कुछ है इसके बारे में जानने के लिए. we'll read it later on. okay, so let me be clear. when the foreign investor is investing in the Indian company of the equity, बताया था ना? हाँ जी, equity shares of the company, right? for the long term purpose it's going to be what? the FDI. ठीक है? so in case of debt, what I told you, external commercial borrowing. लेकिन अभी भी question यही है, if it is done in equity investing, the foreign investor is investing in the equity share of the company for the short term purpose, what is it going to be? Yes, the answer is here. if it is done for the short term purposes, ठीक है, then it is going to be foreign portfolio investors. ठीक है? investing. ठीक है? इतनी बात समझ में आ गई? let me be very clear. Let's go back. when the Indian company, we all know, can raise the fund through the debt or equity, when I told you, when it is done in form of equity, that is going to be what? where the investor, the foreign investor is investing. ठीक है? debt, external commercial borrowing. इतनी बात क्लियर है ना? हाँ जी. when it is done for equity, again long term के लिए है, तो it's going to be what? FDI. short term के लिए it's going to be FPI. ठीक है? foreign portfolio investment. ठीक है? लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए व्हाट? फॉरेन डायरेक्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट. क्लियर बात समझ में आ गई ना? इजी बिजी है ना? हाँ जी. ठीक है? बट यू नो व्हाट, लेट मी बी क्लियर. ठीक है? व्हेन इट इज डन फॉर द लॉन्ग टर्म, द मेन पर्पस शुड बी कंट्रोलिंग द कंपनी ऑफ whom? the foreign investor. okay, they wants to control the company. okay, but in case of the short term, the main purpose is not going to be controlling the company. the main purpose of investor is going to be earn the maximum profit. ठीक है? so the short term, when it is investing, when they are investing in short term, the purpose is going to be profit maximization or profit gaining. okay, not controlling. ठीक है? so such investment is done by portfolio investors. ठीक है? and this is going to be known as foreign portfolio investment. क्लियर कट है ना? हाँ जी. नाउ माई क्वेश्चन टू यू इज हाउ दे आर गोइंग टू डू द कंट्रोलिंग. थोड़ा सा तो अपने को पता है. ठीक है? व्हेन द शेयर होल्डर होल्ड्स मोर मेजॉरिटी शेयर होल्डिंग इन द इंडियन कंपनी. ये भी क्लियर कट है ना? हाँ जी. बट लेट मी बी लिटिल बिट क्लियर अबाउट इट. ठीक है? टेंशन न को लेने का, बहुत ईजी टॉपिक है गाइस. ओके, So for understanding the controlling power, we have to understand the resolution. There are two types of resolution, ठीक है. First is ordinary resolution, okay. Second one is special resolution, and we all know what is this, ठीक है. 50% से ज़्यादा हो गया तो क्या होगा, ordinary resolution. 75% से ज़्यादा हो गया क्या होगा, special resolution, ठीक है. These are based on the voting. These are based on the voting. So what about the unanimous resolution भी होता है क्या, हाँ जी होता है ना, but here we are only going to count these two, okay. So these are based on what, the voting. Now what is this voting means, okay. There are again two type of voting. First, voting is done by the share of hand, जो ऐसे बोलते हैं ना, हाँ जी ये वाला, ठीक है. So where one person's vote is going to be one vote, okay. One person's vote is going to be one, ठीक है, हाँ जी. बट वट अबाउट दी वोटिंग बाय पोल, वे वन शेयर इज गोइंग टू बी वन वोट, ओके. सो व्हाट इज दिस, व्हाई इज दिस डन, ठीक है. आई विल टेल यू. लेट्स टेक एग्जाम्पल ऑफ रिलायंस इंडस्ट्री लिमिटेड, ठीक है. वे मुकेश अंबानी सर इज होल्डिंग मोर देन 51% ऑफ शेयर इन देयर कंपनी, है ना. व्हाट इज गोइंग टू बी हैपन, उनका कंट्रोलिंग है ना. एंड वी ऑल नो दैट when we want to take any decision, we are going for board meetings, ordinary resolution, special resolution होता है ना, हाँ जी. So in this case, in case of big company, they need not to go for this voting by share of hand. Usually it is done in voting by poll, where one share would be equal to one vote. When the person is holding more than 51% of share holding, ठीक है, तो सीधी सीधी बात बोल रहे हैं ना, वही बंदा डिसीजन ले रहा है ना, उसी बंदे का कंट्रोल है अपने कंपनी में, है कि नहीं, हाँ जी, ठीक है. सो दिस इज एक्चुअली डन इन द बिग कंपनी, ठीक है. सो when where the person is holding majority share in his hand, he can take the decision of the company, okay. So everything is in हिज कंट्रोल. जैसे कि अपने घर पे कौन करता है डिसीजन, मम्मी पापा, ठीक है. चलेगी किसकी, मम्मी की, लेकिन होता किसका है, पापा का. लेकिन अल्टीमेटली डिसीजन कौन लेगा, पापा, लेकिन चलेगी किसकी, मम्मी की, है ना. तो शेयर होल्डिंग पावर किसके पास है, मम्मी के पास है. दिखता है पापा के पास, पर ऐसा नहीं होता, ओके. सो दिस वॉज ऑल अबाउट द वोटिंग. इतनी बात समझ में आ गई. So the controlling, here you get the concept, okay. So इतनी बात मुझे clear हो चुकी है. When it comes to equities further divided in two part, right, long term, short term. long term के लिए किया गया है investment by the foreign investor in the Indian company, then it is known as foreign direct investment, ठीक है. But for the short term, where the motive of the foreign investor is only to get the profit, maximize the profit, right. So that would be foreign portfolio investment. इतनी बात समझ में आ गया. And here the long term वाले की केस में the main purpose is to control the company, okay. हाँ जी. Let's go for the other part where the company, same thing, ठीक है, foreign company, USA की, where now here are the Indian investor, individual Indian investor, ठीक है. So where they are investing, right, in Indian individual की बात कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे. So this would be known as overseas direct investment or the direct investment outside India, okay. So again we can say when direct investment is done for the long term purpose investment, but for what purpose, to control the company, right. So there would be again foreign direct investment first. Second, overseas direct investment. In both the cases, FEMA is going to be attracted, okay. So now my question to you is how this FDI is done, ठीक है. FDI is done through two things, ठीक है. फर्स्ट द जॉइंट वेंचर, नाम तो सुना ही होगा, हाँ जी. सेकेंड द वोली ओन सब्सिडरी, ओके. दोनों का नाम सुना है, लेकिन लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड अ बिट अबाउट मोर, ठीक है. वेयर वन कंपनी विल बी द इंडियन कंपनी. इंडियन कंपनी होने का है रे बाबा, दूसरा कंपनी फॉरेन कंपनी होने का है रे बाबा, ओके. सो द वन कंपनी विल बी इंडियन कंपनी एंड द अनदर विल बी फॉरेन कंपनी, ओके जी. दे कैन कम टुगेदर फॉर द बिजनेस पर्पस, ठीक है. सो लेट्स टेक द एग्जाम्पल, जैसे कि मारुति सुजुकी, हीरो, होंडा, ठीक है. सो वेयर वन कंपनी शुड बी इंडियन एंड अनदर फॉरेन, ठीक है. मेन पर्पस क्या होगा, लॉन्ग टर्म कंट्रोलिंग, हाँ जी, ठीक है. सो दिस इज गोइंग टू बी जॉइंट वेंचर के केस, ओके. सेकेंड, वोली ओन सब्सिडरी. वोली ओन सब्सिडरी देखो, अगेन वी ऑल नो दिस, वेयर द फॉरेन कंपनी वॉन्ट्स टू कंट्रोल वोली, ठीक है. दे डोंट गो फॉर जॉइंट वेंचर इन दिस केस, ओके. एंड आई टेल यू द एग्जाम्पल. when the joint venture is done. ठीक है, so you'll get a more clarity about this. Okay, so wholly owned subsidiary, in case of wholly owned subsidiary, the company don't want to go for the joint venture, they want the whole control with them. Okay, so here A Limited, okay, he is the holding company, it's the holding company, ठीक है, and the second B Limited where the wholly owned subsidiary company, ठीक है. So A Limited is holding 100% of share, so this is what the wholly owned subsidiary company means. Okay, ठीक है. So okay, the next topic to you is going to be, there are various sectors in, which means there are various sectors, as I told you, like they are divided into so many industries. Okay, let's take the industrial, like insurance sector, ठीक है, finance sector, ठीक है, medical pharma sector, ठीक है. So there are different sectors. Okay, so there is some limit imposed there, and in some cases there is no limit imposed. ठीक है. So FDI limit, how we can decide कि there is some limit, it is actually planned by the government. ठीक है. So with that we can easily guess and easily identify what are the sectors there. ठीक है. So FDI limited for coffee plantation, for the rubber plantation, these are the wholly owned subsidiary company. How I can say? Because they can invest 100%. ठीक है. This is the example of this part. ठीक है. What were they? The coffee plantation, in case of, there are so many industries. ठीक है. There are so many sectors. ठीक है. So I have just given the example of them. Okay. So for more clarification, so in case of coffee plantation, in case of rubber plantation, that is going to be the wholly owned subsidiary, because they can make the FDI 100%. Okay, hanji. So in case of petroleum sector, banking sector, insurance, petroleum sector, that is going to be 49%, banking sector that is going to be 74%, and insurance sector that is going to be 74%. ठीक है. Okay, so these company can go for the foreign company can go for the joint venture. So the maximum percentage where the foreign investor can invest in India is 49, 74 and 74. ठीक है, in case of petroleum, banking and insurance. So what about the remaining? ठीक है. So they have to come with some company, right, Indian company. So the remaining percentage is going to be taken by the Indian company. This would be example of what the joint venture. इतनी बात समझ में आ गई, where one company will be Indian in case of what, the both the cases, joint and foreign, but they'll come for what, the business purpose, because this is actually specified by the government and nothing can be changed here. Okay, and case of wholly owned subsidiary, अपने को पूरा कंट्रोल चाहिए. ठीक है. फॉर द प्लांटिंग, फॉर द कॉफी प्लांटेशन वी कैन सी दैट्स 100%, and for the rubber plantation we can see 100%. There are many more, guys. I've only taken, for the clarity purpose, I've only taken some examples. ठीक है. And you know what, this maximum limit, this is the maximum limit to invest. This is known as sectoral cap. Okay, so the maximum percentage prescribed by the government is called or known as the sectoral cap here. ठीक है. थोड़ा सा अपन इसके बारे में पढ़ ले. क्या यहाँ पे मैंने लिखा है, a sectoral cap for FDI in India refers to the maximum percentage of foreign direct investment allowed in specific industry, which varies depending on the sector, with some sectors permitting up to 100% FDI under the automatic route. So we have to understand what is this automatic route now. ठीक है. While other might require government approve. So this is the second thing which we have to understand now. ठीक है. And have lower cap like 49% in the private banking, while 74% in the defense and the pharma tax. Okay, so this was all about these sectors. ठीक है. So there are some sectors, the foreign investor can come to India and can invest FDI. There are some specified categories, specified percentage. ठीक है. And they can come either in form of joint venture or second wholly owned subsidiary company. ठीक है, जहाँ पे पूरा कंट्रोल होता है ना. हाँ जी. ओके, इतनी बात समझ में आ गई मुझे. सो व्हाट आर नाउ दी सेक्टर्स? लेट मी टेल यू, देयर आर सम prohibited sectors कि you cannot make the FDI, you cannot come to India and make an investment in these sectors, guys. ठीक है. So the government specified some prohibited sectors. Here the foreign investors cannot come and cannot make FDI. Okay. Now there comes the second sector having the sectoral cap. We know this, ठीक है, where the FDI can made through what? The joint venture, right? हाँ जी. Now sorry, there are some sector having no sectoral cap. सो FDI कैन बी मेड थ्रू बोथ द थिंग्स ना, बोथ द थिंग्स, जॉइंट वेंचर हो गया या फिर वोली ओन सब्सिडरी WOS. ओके, इतनी बात समझ में आ गई. हाँ जी. सो दीज आर द सेक्टर्स विच इज प्रोहिबिटेड. द एग्रीकल्चर, प्लांटेशन एक्टिविटीज, ऑल्सो दे आर सम many exceptions like the horticulture, fisheries, tea plantation, pisciculture, animal husbandry, etc. Nidhi company, lottery, online, private, government, etc. Investment in chit funds, trading in TDRs, any gambling or betting business, cigarette or any other tobacco industries related, housing and real estate. So the foreign investor cannot do this in India. ठीक है, सोचो, द पर्सन who don't know anything about the India, how they can do the agricultures, है ना, they cannot go for the agriculture. ठीक है, okay. So these are the things which is actually prohibited. No real estate वाला part, no agriculture वाला part, no निधि company वाला part. Okay, हाँ जी. Now, foreign direct investment other than the prohibited sector, they can be done through two routes. As I told you, there are some two more things which we have to understand. Automatic route, यारा थोड़ा सा देख लेते हैं ना पीछे जाके अपन. Wait is just a second guys. ये रहा ना. What I told you, we have to understand a bit about this sector automatic route, है ना, and where we have to take the approval from the government. So now we are going into this part. Okay, so we know the sectors, they are prohibited sector, what are they, and we cannot, the foreign investors cannot go for the FDI in India, right? There are some sector which is known as sectoral cap now, and the another where no sectoral cap is going to be happen. Okay, now foreign direct investment, as I told you, there are two route. Actually there are three, but थोड़ा समझने के लिए I made it two. ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, बात समझ में आ जाएगी. Okay, so where there are two route. First one is automatic route. Okay, second is approval route. Okay, where in case of automatic route, as the name says, you need not to take, the foreign investor need not to take any approval from the government, but they have to give the intimation कि हमने यहाँ पे invest किया है. That's it. एक बार बता देते हैं ना. जैसे कहीं बार क्या होता है, we have to go to shop. ठीक है, अपन मम्मी पापा को बता देते हैं कि वी आर गोइंग टू शॉप मम्मी, वी आर गोइंग टू मीट माई फ्रेंड मम्मी. ठीक है, सेकेंड केस वे यू वॉन्ट मनी फ्रॉम योर मदर और फादर. सो क्या होता है, मम्मी मुझे बाहर जाना था, मैं सोच रही थी मैं बाहर जाके मिल के आती हूँ, तो तुम क्यों बता रहे हो, जाओ ना भाई. ठीक है, देन यू से थोड़ा सा पैसा मिल जाता तो ज़्यादा अच्छा होता है ना. सो दिस केस, ठीक है, पैसे वैसे तो ठीक है भाई, यहाँ गवर्नमेंट के केस में क्या है, अप्रूवल इज़ टू बी टेकन. ठीक है, सो वेयर अप्रूवल इज़ टू बी टेकन फ्रॉम द गवर्नमेंट. एग्जाम्पल दे दूँ क्या, हाँ जी. सो हेयर फॉर द फाइनेंस सेक्टर, इफ़ यू वांट टू इन्वेस्ट इन फाइनेंस सेक्टर, व्हाट FDI. ओके, देन द अप्रूवल इज़ टू बी टेकन फ्रॉम मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फाइनेंस. ठीक है, अप्रूवल फ्रॉम कंसर्न मिनिस्ट्री इज़ टू बी टेकन. डिफेंस है तो डिफेंस से लिया जाएगा भाई. ठीक है, कोई और है तो कोई और से लिया जाएगा. ओके, सो फॉर द particular sector you have to take from the approval from the concerned authority. ठीक है, इतनी बात मुझे अच्छे से समझ में आ गई. ओके, सो लेट्स गो फॉर द FDI route in India. As I told you, I have made two routes. ठीक है, अप्रूवल वाला, नॉट अप्रूवल इज़ टू बी टेकन, अनदर अप्रूवल इज़ टू बी टेकन. नो अप्रूवल के केस में क्या है, तुमने अप्रूवल नहीं लेने का, लेकिन तुम्हें एक बार बताने का है, इंटीमेट करने का है. ओके, सेकेंड अप्रूवल, जहाँ पे तुम्हें अप्रूवल तो लेना ही पड़ेगा. ओके, सो लेट्स गो फॉर, देयर आर एक्चुअली थ्री. ठीक है, सो वी विल गेट इन टू इट. फर्स्ट, 100% परमिटेड थ्रू द ऑटोमेटिक रूट, नीड नॉट टू टेक द अप्रूवल, इंटीमेशन देने का है. ओके, सेकेंड, 100% FDI परमिटेड थ्रू द गवर्नमेंट रूट. थर्ड, 100% FDI परमिट थ्रू ऑटोमेटिक प्लस गवर्नमेंट रूट. ठीक है, अप्रूवल तभी मिलेगा व्हेन द गवर्नमेंट इज गोइंग टू गिव यू द अप्रूवल. ठीक है जी, हाँ जी, अपने को अब समझ में आ गया. ऑटोमेटिक रूट, व्हाट इज दिस, द फॉरेन एंटिटी डज नॉट रिक्वायर द प्रायर अप्रूवल ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, मेडिकल डिवाइसेस, थर्मल पावर, इंश्योरेंस सेक्टर 49% एज आई टोल्ड यू, एंड द इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर कंपनी 49, pension up to 49. Okay, and what about the government route, FDI? Under the government route, the foreign entity should compulsorily take the approval of government. It should file an application through the foreign investment facilitation portal, which facilitate single window clearance. This application is then forwarded to the respective ministry or the department, which then approve or reject the application after consultation with DPIIT. याद है ना, हाँ जी, ओके। दे आर गोइंग टू मेक दी पॉलिसीज ऑफ दी FDI, DP, IIT एंड वूम दी RBI। MCQ के फॉर्म में आ सकता है ना भैया, हाँ जी आ सकता है। सो दे आर सम एग्जाम्पल, ब्रॉडकास्टिंग कंटेंट सर्विसेज 49%, बैंकिंग एंड पब्लिक सेक्टर 20%, फूड प्रोडक्ट रिटेल ट्रेडिंग 100%, मल्टी ब्रांड रिटेल ट्रेडिंग 51%, माइनिंग एंड मिनरल सेपरेशन ऑफ ये सब 100%, सैटेलाइट 100%। देखो यू नीड नॉट टू कीप एवरीथिंग इन दिस केस, ठीक है। अगर एग्जाम्पल में वैसे नहीं पूछा जाएगा, दे वुड बी question will not be asked from this part कि you have to tell the percentage, but हाँ for presenting the answer you can keep 1 or 2 example, ठीक है। बस 1-2 को, जैसे इंश्योरेंस सेक्टर हो गए है ना, ये सब चीज़ बस याद रख लीजिए, that's enough, more than enough, okay। Let's go for the FDI in retail sector now. FDI retail sector, single brand retail sector is there, ठीक है, and another is multi brand retail FDI, okay। So what is this about है, जैसे कि नाम बोल रहे हैं वैसे ही। So in this case of single brand retail FDI where the manufacturer and producer is not same, ठीक है, of what, it's not same where the manufacturer and producer is not same as distributor, okay, where the distributor and manufacturer and producer is same, that would be in case of multi-brand retail FDI. With the help of the example, let's understand, okay। In case of single brand retail FDI, where as I told you, distributor is not the same person of manufacturer and producer, which means the manufacturer, the producer and the distributor is going to be one person, okay, or one concerned company, let's take, ठीक है। So for the example is going to be Honda, Maruti, Oppo. The manufacturer is going to be different person, manufacturer or the producer, and the distributor is going to be different person there, ठीक है। And in case of multi-brand retail where the manufacturing producer is the distributor, okay, let's take the example of V-Mart, D-Mart, Big Bazaar, okay। So there is again, as I told you, percentage of this thing in case of the multi-brand retail. The maximum percentage is 51%, okay। और in case of FDI की बात कर रहे हैं, only through the condition अब वो कौन सा, वो अप्रूवल, ऑटोमेटिक अप्रूवल या फिर गवर्नमेंट वाला ब्रो, ठीक है, हाँ जी। सो इट्स द अप्रूवल इज टू बी टेकन फ्रॉम द गवर्नमेंट, ठीक है, गवर्नमेंट अप्रूवल रूट प्लस DIPP, ठीक है, अथॉरिटी की बात अभी जो अपन ने जस्ट पढ़ा है, ओके। इतनी बात समझ में आ गई। इन केस ऑफ सिंगल ब्रांड, द डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर इज नॉट द सेम person of manufacturer and producer. In case of this, the multi के केस में the manufacturer, the producer will be the same person, distributor, ठीक है। इतनी बात मुझे समझ में आ गई। But in case of for going for multi brand retail, ठीक है, there is some condition which is to be fulfilled by the foreign investors, ठीक है। First, FDI, for making the FDI in case of multi brand retail, investment in retail sector should be $100 million, ठीक है, it should be or more than $100 million. If it is less, then you cannot go for the multi-brand retail, okay। Now 50% of this investment should be spent in upcoming 3 years, okay, in the infrastructure development, in the cold chain facility, in the warehouse facility। इतनी बात समझ में आ गई, हाँ जी। 30% of raw material should be purchased from, definitely in India ना, MSME, ठीक है, to promote, government always wants the improvement, the development in Indian local market. So government always make some of the implications or rules which is to be followed by the outsiders, okay। So here 30% of raw material is to be purchased from MSME, micro, medium, small enterprise, okay। Then to establish this multi-brand retail in FDI, it should be done in metropolitan city. Now what is this, ठीक है, where the population is more than 10 lakh, then only you can go for this, ठीक है, you cannot go for the rural area, okay। So and the last condition is decision is to be taken by the state government, not the central government. The state government is having the power, okay, whether they should approve this or not, ठीक है, approve the multi brand in retail sector FDI, ठीक है, हाँ जी। So the investment should not be less than $100 million, $100 million, हो सकता है MCQ में आ जाए. ओके, देन 50% ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट शुड बी इन इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, कोल्ड चेन एंड द वेयर हाउस. 30% ऑफ द रॉ मटेरियल्स टू बी परचेज फ्रॉम MSME. मेट्रोपॉलिटन सिटी में होना चाहिए. हाँ जी. एंड द गवर्नमेंट, विच गवर्नमेंट वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट, द स्टेट गवर्नमेंट, ठीक है, इज ओनली हैविंग द पावर टू अप्रूव दिस. ओके. Then there are some benefit. FDI brings in many advantage to the country. Some of them are discussed below. First, as we all know, देखो कैपिटल बढ़ रहा है अपना, है ना. विद दैट देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटी. टेक्निकल चेंजेस होंगे, ठीक है. वी आर गोइंग टू अपग्रेड, ठीक है. द रॉ मटेरियल इनफ्लो होगा, ठीक है. विद दैट द क्वालिटी ऑफ एम्प्लॉयमेंट इज गोइंग टू बी इंक्रीज्ड, ठीक है. सो लेट्स गेट इनटू इट. विच ब्रिंग्स इन द फाइनेंशियल रिसोर्सेज फॉर द इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट. इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बढ़ेगा जाए, हाँ जी, तो क्या होगा, इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट होगा जी, हाँ जी. फिर क्या होगा, GDP बढ़ेगा कि नहीं, हाँ जी. ओके. देन ब्रिंग्स इन द न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी, स्किल्स, नॉलेज एक्सेट्रा. Okay, generates more employment opportunity for the people in India, right. Brings in more competitive business environment in the country, improves the quality of product and services in sectors. Okay, as we all know, when the FDI is done by whom, the foreign investors, right, this is going to increase the competition in the Indian market itself. Okay, so the competitor is going to be aware and they are going to provide the consumer the more quality products. Okay, so this is going to be a healthy competition कह सकते हैं अपन. Okay, so which improves the quality of products and services. As we all know, everything have pros and cons and all, ठीक है. So with advantage there is going to be disadvantage also. Okay, however there are also some disadvantage associated with foreign direct investment. Some of them is it can affect domestic investment and the domestic company adversely. Okay, some companies in the country may not be able to withstand the onslaught of MNCs in their sector. There is risk of many domestic firms shutting shop as a result of increased FDI. ठीक है, we have actually seen these things. Okay, in last 4 to 5 years especially, or 10 years let's say, कि due to rush of these technology, due to upgrading of these technology, or you may have heard that like now everything is done online, Zomato, right, Swiggy, right, Blinkit, right. So what happens, the small retail sectors are actually shutting down, है ना. This is one of the drawback of these things. Then a FDI may also adversely affect the exchange rate of the country. Okay, so let me wrap it all, guys. What is about the FDI, FPI, ठीक है. So we have a little bit more, we have known about these things, ठीक है. So FDI, in case of FDI, if it is done for by equity, ठीक है, डेप्थ, इक्विटी, डेप्थ के केस में एक्सटर्नल कमर्शियल बोरिंग, राइट, ठीक है. एंड इक्विटी के केस में अगेन 2 पार्ट, इफ इट इज रन फॉर द लॉन्ग टर्म, शॉर्ट टर्म, ठीक है. लॉन्ग टर्म क्या होगा, FDI. सेकंड क्या होगा, FPI. इतनी बात मुझे समझ में आ गई, हाँ जी. सो दिस वाज ऑल अबाउट दिस लेक्चर. देयर इज लॉट मोर थिंग अबाउट FDI, गाइस, ठीक है. सो प्लीज स्टे ट्यून्ड. ओके, एंड in our CMA module there is only 4 pages, so I was thinking कि हाँ जल्दी से notes बन जाएगा, but trust me, while I was making my own notes, so it's approx 40 pages, है ना. I was going for the conceptual quality, so it took a lot of time of mine, and trust me, from last 1 week or more I can say, I was only working in this chapter, ठीक है. So there is more quality, concept wise there is a lot more, ठीक है. that is not only 4 pages chapter, this is more about, ठीक है, which we should know, then only we will get to know about the concept, है ना, and we'll get to know about more clarification about this chapter and FEMA, है ना. So we'll say okay, and we'll meet in our next video. Okay, and I'll continue the continuation of this chapter soon. Okay, and तब तक के लिए मस्त रहो, खुश रहो. टूडल्स गाइस. ओके, शेयर कर देना वीडियो को, ठीक है. ओके, बाय गाइस.